Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's IndieCD.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We are also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. And, of course, Hates and Hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. And if you wish to help them stand against the forces of darkness, consider following the QR code that will be listed right here to get a t-shirt to help Ted in his battle against throat cancer. I'll pause for a moment, screenshot as you need. Thank you. Happy Friday, folks. It's been a busy one, and I need to get into my accountability. Quite a bit of accountability has indeed been done. First and foremost, yesterday was my lovely son's 17th birthday. It was a wandering traveling affair this year where we went around a great many stores looking to get him basically what he wanted. We let him go to Goodwill, pick out some things, got one of his favorite restaurants, had a nice time. He's very happily looking forward to being read an entire mountain of manga, or at least 5 or 6 more, that should get us through till the next major holiday. It's nice having him reading a few series because it gives me something to just, he needs this, 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 and this. Boom. Easy as eating pancakes. But we also made arrangements so that today, following the show, I will be acquiring a ready-made Pell that, should it work as well as I think it will, because it's the same design I was going to do, I'll have to be making upwards of 5 more. In the hopes that I can make something a little more demi-permanent for the Historical Fencing Guild to have practices that should be renewing as soon as we get the weather stable and the yard where it needs to be. It's not like I have masterful plans in place. I have masterful plans in place. But we will soon be tending to a few other things, and I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of that, there will be a Historical Fencing Guild program tonight, as it is the birthday of the channel. So we'll be talking about what we're doing. We'll be talking about what I have been working on in the background, and you guys may get a couple glimpses into things you know but haven't seen. I am hoping very soon to be able to do quite a few important things, but I have to make one more big run today, and that will be the acquisition of that PEL and possibly doing something fun with Xander. I have some plots, but we'll see. Now, in writing, I banged away some more at Haints and Hellfire 2. I spoke with one of my beta readers, and we came to the understanding of why it suddenly became hard for me to write, and it was a matter of I have a touch of oppositional defiance, where if pressured a very specific way, I am fully capable of just setting my heels and saying, well, that's not happening for a while. I come by it honestly. I am very good at it. But it is also not fully voluntary, and it's something I have to watch. So I'm hoping to get some feedback and have some things straightened out there. But I did get some more writing done on there. I've been doing some studies and trying to learn how to do something new on YouTube. And once I've figured it out, I'll be putting out some new materials. Beyond that, I'm telling you nothing, because all you have to do is have faith that I am indeed working. Outside of that, we are holding up. It has been tight on us, but we are holding up. And that's all I ask of you guys, that you hold up, that you make it, that you keep trying. I have some hopes, but I know if I talk about them too much, they will fizzle into the ether. Experience has taught me this. So things are coming. You have to have faith in that. Things are always coming. I've always got more on the fire than more irons in the fire than you guys realize. And a lot more of it will be manifesting soon. And that's how we're going to go. We need to work hard to manifest what we want. Now, what are you working on? What are you manifesting? What are you making through thought, action, and intention happen in reality? Because I know there's a lot that needs to happen. And there's a lot of wonderful things only you guys can do. So I want to see you guys actually make it so. Make it happen. Let's see. So I got some messaging in. And yes, I did fix the technical error that happened very early on. And it seems like you guys are having, as I scroll, a good bit of interest going on. So we're going to go on the commentary, and we're going to see what you guys are on about today, because I have a feeling you guys are up to stuff. I know I'm up to stuff, but I'm always up to stuff. You guys rely upon my prodigious actions of nefariousness to function, and I know that, and I love you all for that. Yes, even you, Dawn, but not that way. No. However, I'm going to run a quick ad, and as has been the norm, we will be running Trey's ad. I just have to find where it got put because my ads are all scrambled again for reasons I cannot divine. So give me just a moment. Alrighty, and we'll be back in about 30 some odd 54 seconds to see what you guys want to do. Alrighty, let's blast our way through some comments and see how everybody's doing. First through the door is Carl asking about, good morning, Carl, why this is on Indie CD and not Nick's channel. There was some, StreamYard gets connective issues every once in a while. It had one and I didn't. Oh, God, why is there, these things always hit me. I blame the equinox. Is that today? I thought that was tomorrow. Oh, no. It will actually be hitting during the stream. How delightful. Let's get on the other side. Carl is quick on the FTC today. Well, Carl is a very talented man at what he does. Hey, Dave. And it's Dave and Witzman Dude. Hey, Witzman Dude. And happy spring equinox. Hello. Happy for all the folks who are celebrating this as a holiday. It's going to be an interesting one. Lots of big shifts. We're due. I'm not complaining. There's some stuff that needs to change, and now is a great time for it. Dave, it's just a holdover. When I was working, getting up at 5 a.m. Just came up on Nick's channel, moving over there. Thank you, Donna. And morning, Donna and Carl. Accountability, getting ready for the psychology show on Sunday. It should get interesting now since we turn to abnormal psychology. When I've gotten to watch your programs, they have been fascinating. I am going to deal with my backlog when I actually have some time to do adult style viewing. The show is on Nick's YouTube channel, so I'm switching over there. www.youtube.com/@NicholasTockert/streams. Yep, we're all about the streams here. Good morning. We've been chatting over on the Indie CD stream. Well, it's appreciated. And welcome again, Witzman Dude. Don't forget to like and share, folks. That's right. I am having to slash my way through the algorithm. It is kicking my butt of late. Hey, Nick. Don found her way over here, too. I hope Houston Dave does. And dropped the Munsey card. First comment to card. And good morning. Good morning, Dave. How are things? I know weather in Houston has been delightful. Thanks, Dave. Morning, all. Morning, Trey. How are you, my dear? I was just thinking about you. I was watching a video with someone that appeared with some lady who appeared with Lucy Darling. And I sent it to you and Amanda because it reminded me of you and Amanda, although who is who switches by the moment. However, I hope you're enjoying today. Today has some good energy. I feel the changes are upon us and we should enjoy it. Happy birthday. I will tell Xander that. Xander, are you up? Okay. He's not up. When he thuds around, I'll tell him. Foxy waves sleepily. Hello, Foxy. Happy birthday, Xander. I'll tell him all that later. I don't want to get sued for that stupid song. Good morning, Foxy. And hey, Foxy. Morning, all. Happy birthday, Xander. It's a Trey. Yes. Hi, and yes, somewhat. And happy birthday to Xander, too. I will tell him. Happy birthday, Historical Mountain. Yep, that's today. Yesterday was Xander's birthday. We are just, it's a very festive time here at the Tockert household. Expensive, but festive. As a side note, good job, Trey. Aha! I saw your name and crossed it off my list before you could say something, Carl. Hashtag Pavlov. Ding, ding, ding. 52 degrees already, and I can feel life creeping back into my body. We're sitting at 54. Oh, putting on my like in the stream here, too. Well, they're much appreciated. Oh, by the way, Trey, I finally bought some more yarn. Ooh, good on you, girl. What colors? Give us details. Oh, so many of us love Dawn, and some of us in that way, too. Well, I'm trying to be very Have. I got to stand outside in the sunlight. Oh, my gosh. We went out, and like I said, we hit Goodwills, and things were scored. It was a good time. I'm almost more excited about the blaster that's not going to work, that isn't working real well because I get taken apart and try to fix it. But at one point I had to go back to the car for my phone. And I stood propped, just like, yes. So I may be doing things along that in the fairly near future. It's like I need to recharge. I didn't bring my hat. I did bring my sunnies because I'm not stupid, but I didn't bring my hat. I came to the realization yesterday that it's time for shorts. I'm sure everyone around you both agrees and is delighted that you've made that fashion decision. We went out to feed chickens and I had a leather coat on. I was sweating on the way home. I bet. Foxy has yarn and shorts. But does she have yarn shorts? Has she crocheted shorts? And are they short shorts? Anyway, yeah. Okay, next week, Aunt Donna's having her eye surgery. More news later. Keep her in your thoughts. We will. Trelena, Aunt Donna's always in my thoughts. Eyebrow wiggle. Yes. Can you tell she's one of my best friends ever? Thanks for the compliment on the psych show. It should be an interesting week. I have absolute faith. And Aunt Donna isn't doing anything till that's over with. Fair enough. In all seriousness, though, we'll be sending the good juju. That's how we roll. Oof. Mother-in-law is having eye surgery this month, too. She's all nervous. I hope they both go well. I bet they will. I know Mandy had, my mom actually had eye surgery. So for the first time in her life, she doesn't have to wear glasses. I find this very strange and mildly disappointing. As you are in mine, Trey. Eyebrow wiggles back. Indeed. Good juju to Mama Thesis, too. 57 degrees, 55. We're still sitting at 54. The lovely land of Earl Park, where the crowds are usually away and the corn sharks are always hungry. We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. Because, yes, I can. Always. Just updated. Only 50, but high of 84. Yes, well. I have a lot of work to do, so I might as well enjoy the relative heat while the sun is still relatively low, in the sky, compared to the heck that comes with the summer. But fear not, my friends, we have more in store. And we will after this word from our sponsors.
In 1948, a man was found dead on the beach. But he hadn't just washed up. Oh no, he was very nicely propped up against the seawall, very well dressed. But There were no labels in his clothes. They had all been cut out. Very mysterious, the police thought. And then they found, rolled up in his pocket, a piece of paper from a novel that said Tom Shud. When they finally traced it, it came back to the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. But it got even more strange, because in the back of the book, when they found that it had been torn out of, there was a code, a secret code that has not been cracked to this very day. When they finally found his suitcase, it had a mysterious jumble of items, some which were very hard to explain. Also in the back of the book was the phone number of a very mysterious nurse. What did she have to do with the death of the Somerton man? Find Death and Love Down Under, a novel by Carl Witzman, on Lulu.com in both ebook and print format.
Here comes the dawn, shooby-dooby. Good morning, Dawn. Dawn is the mistress mind behind things such as her lovely, lovely felines, Buddy and Georgette, fan art present, pausing for the squee because it delights her, which delights me. Now, I also want to once again, because she's here, I already did this, but I don't mind multi-tapping this particular situation. But I know they have a lot of costs that they're being very calm about, even though it's terrifying. Buying a shirt can help Ted. It can help them get through this time. And I'm always about helping folks. I don't think she has a GoFundMe or anything where I can just say, here, give her money. But we'll keep looking for such opportunities, because I'm all about giving, people getting money who need it. It's supposed to be 70 by noon. Yay! Oh yeah, I'll be going down to Lafayette, so it'll be even warmer. I'm going to have to ratchet my new favorite pair of pants into shorts mode. And I'm almost feeling cyberpunk. And yes, when I figure out where my knife disappeared, I will wear it again. It just got moved and put someplace incredibly safe. And the safety is so safe, it's safe for me. Thank you for that. My pleasure, good sir. Thank you for writing such good books. Hey, Dawn, I think that book would be a good spy movie. It could be. Or a good play, or a good graphic novel if you could hire the right artist. There are options. Hey, Dawn. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Greetings. So there, Dawn. How are you doing? Wow, we just struck into the NPR News Radio. That's Nerf Public Radio. Foam will be flinging very soon because the weather is basically baking for it. My babies! Thank you. 1 week left of radiation. I say, after Ted is feeling better, given that he has been exposed to vast quantities of radiation, we need to get him purple pants. I think Ted needs purple pants to celebrate being done with radiation. Maybe some purple jorts or something so that, he can be Ted of the purple pants dimension. Tulk? Nah, see, Tulk sounds like it should be somewhere between Friar Tuck and Teal'c, and that's a little confusing to me. It's not really Ted energy. But soon. There should be many parties. I'm always looking for a party. Anyway, And greetings to Dawn, greetings to Dawn, greetings to Dawn, and Dawn says greetings to greetings. And my babies. And I realized I missed some of that, and woohoo. I did set up a PayPal. This is where you drop the link like it's hot. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Any movie moogles watching, the option for Death Down Under cheap. Just pay enough off our house bill to build a convention center in Fowler. Heck yeah. I'm not greedy. He has a purple suit from the 90s during his Navy days. Woo! Hi! To be clear, for those who may be confused, that reaction was not a reaction to the thought of Ted in his purple suit from the Navy days. Hi. Oh, you're not even... He went by. Yeah, I know. Look out the window, you hoodlum. So you get some excited Dusty butt. He doesn't love me. He just loves having more range of view. But it could work. That works too. No shorts when you have a cat. Well, it's one of those. It's not like I get scratched fairly rarely, and those are almost always more snags than intended. Usually it's from like the stupid bat dew claw catching, but no, it was I had just pulled my shorts up and I wasn't expecting that light brush of cat fur to go. Whew. I used to wear them anyways, Carl. As a teen, my legs as a teen were always torn up. It makes sense. PayPal.me/kickingheadscancer. I think that's it. Double check. And if it is, I might do some graphic-y goodness for that. Dusty. Poor Foxy. Yeah, cat fur walk by is weird. Yeah, it's just when you don't expect it, like, but yes, I'm excited. I'm also excited, believe it or not, about Thesis's show, because he said the swordsman's ultimate ideal, and that is a bold topic to lay down. So I don't think I'll be able to watch it because I believe I will be traveling Saturday. But I'm not sure. But I will try to catch that in the rerun because I find such a topic fascinating. And tail dusting with shorts on while on the computer. Oofta, yeah. Yeah, sir, you're on my comfy short sword. Sir. And my it's almost like that shelf has a purpose other than being a dusty butt rest. Yeah, I can be annoying too. How do you like it, huh? You're trying to get something done and I'm annoying you. Yeah. Huh, I'm bugging you. Anyway, sometimes you just have to. Indigo says, good morning. Good morning, Indigo. Always good to hear from our furry little friend. Let me slowly swipe my furrow table on the back of your leg. Yes. He woke up and is doing the wiggles. I love the puppy wiggles. Puppy wiggles are glorious, glorious things. And today's going to be a glorious day. I am forcing myself to be positive. And we're going to see how that goes. It is a bold take. It is a difficult take, but I'm taking it. That did not sound right at all. Anyway, greetings, people of Earth. Greetings, Mr. Lankard. How goes the cryptid propaganda? I mean, helping people better appreciate how important cryptids are in their life. Grant, how are you doing? It's a Mars. Greetings, Mr. Spaceman. Ground control to Major Grant. You really saved the day, and you sold your books in such a nifty way. Anyway, I'm in a mood, and with that, nice on. I need new commercials for Grant too. Hello. But what do I have? I need a commercial. Let's see. I'll run a commercial. Wow. I'll run Foxy's ad. I've been chatting with Foxy up.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Please note, Auntie Foxy is not the same as Anti Foxy, wherein anyone who is an issue with Foxy and Foxy styled things may leave. We are pro Foxes around here, both literally and speech impediment got me. As a term of endearment. There we go. Haha, I had to flank it, but I got there. That is not the verbal equivalent of going, need to write a word, can't find my dictionary. It's mental thesaurus mode. Go! It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, though. A beautiful day for a neighbor. I ask you, won't you be mine? Anyway, and Inigo does not know it yet, but today is bath day since it will be warm. Oh, well, it's bath day for me too. So Inigo, you are not alone. But I don't think I'll be hosing off in the yard. The neighbors frown on such things. But it might help me get my right to have a privacy fence once all the things are nailed around. We're getting a new laundry washer. Rock on. Have you picked her uniform yet? I hope it washes well and never has issues. Oh, that's on my to-do. Thank you. I need to make Nick's wall of big to-dos again. Yep. The Robin Yoda pile of Post-it notes is going to become a thing. Let's burn through them. Let's get her down. Okay. Because that's what we're trying to do. We are trying to get a great many things done. I just have to get the order done. Get the sequence in mind. And make sure it is done in such a way that benefits all. What I need a benefit of, however, is some hydration. Where did my hydration go? Did I neglect to bring it in after I made it? I bet I did. That's tragic. I know what I'll be doing on the next commercial break. But we'll see. And again, I will remind you, beta readers who are looking into Hates and Hellfire, the that's missing. That's not good. The the edition you are looking at, if you choose to, is not merely a rough draft. It is a first rough draft, and first drafts are ugly, ugly beasts. I've been slowly tinkering. Because whenever I go on my phone to use it, and I do quite like my little phone writing system, I find that I find the things that I have done hideously wrong, and much mea culpa occurs. Oh, that feels so much better. It's not perfect, but it's better. One of my backup neck knives. You have backup neck knives? Have you met me? Part of that all is paying the ADHD tax, and part of it is having more contingency plans than Batman. That's how you survive being broke and creative. Oh, that's an interesting device. Just realized what I found. Woohoo. Like I said, I have some plans. They could be interesting. Now, where were we? Yes. That brought up a memory, says Carl. When we used to have to read aloud from a book in school, I used to get called down for substituting words in text. I just did it unconsciously, and usually it was a better word. I was an editor as a kid, I guess. Same thing. Same thing. I need to double check that link when we get home since the app and I are arguing. Okay. Well, let me see. Oh, well, we can check that later if you can't. And speaking of indigo, this morning I was waking up. He was getting a drink, nothing abnormal till I start hearing bubbles. Take a look. He's snoot deep in the water, just blowing bubbles. I've had dogs that love to do that. Especially and I've been around, pitties like to do that. You know, the house hippos. Silly boy, playful pup. It was amusing. I have an idea for the prototype catfishing lure toy. Details, my love. I can't wait to hear it. And while we're on that, I have some new Dremel bits. So, depending on how successful today goes, I may do something else creative. I'm feeling the itch. It's terrifying. But yes, details, prototypes. Let's hear them. And while we're waiting to hear about the prototypes, let's run Thesis's summary ad. Because Thesis wants to spear things, and who am I to get in his way?
Welcome, friends. I'm Lloyd at Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADETH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
We are all about people joining the discussion and having a good drink. Well, tea in some cases. Although I was supposed to go get my beverage and I got distracted, kind of mellowing out to that little bit of riff in that ad that I forgot to go get my drink. I will do so after the stream. Rest assured, Alexander is very dedicated to making sure that I stay hydrated. And so are the rest of my lovely, lovely friends. Now, let's see. I have to acquire something that I just remembered. And while I am dealing with this, yes, that went surprisingly well. Got it in one. Okay, now, sorry, have an itch or three. I have to acquire a long sidewalk chalk holder for a program-ish thing I am planning at the near the library, because I need. Trey will understand this. I will be teaching a few people who desperately need to box step after a fashion, aka the circle and the cross. Yes, good times. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how official I'll be able to do that, so I am looking for my options here. And then, no, and then. And then, no, and then. But I will be banging out some really cool things. And once I have done that, although it looks like I will be improvising because these prices are insane, once I've done that, I may have to record it. I don't know. I just had to figure out if I can do it as a program or not, and what would be more pleasant for me. Okay, catfishing lore. I'm sorry. It's mentioned in the chats, and I had to confirm it. As of approximately 26 minutes ago, Chuck Norris has passed. That's a thing. We live in strange times, and we live in a time of great change and metamorphoses. And that someone as iconic and as elemental as Chuck Norris was has passed now, especially on today, at almost, within minutes of the actual equinox. It almost seems like synchronicity. And this could be the bit of grief of, a childhood hero. In the way mythological creatures are heroes. It was Chuck Norris. In the way that hit. But from what I have seen of Mr. Norris, he, it's a good life. It is not a tragedy. When an 86-year-old man passes, it is not, very rarely is it a tragedy. There are times when it feels like a tragedy. That he was active until the end, as much as he was, is very impressive. But he was not a sad man. He was rarely a somber man. So, in the spirit of that, in the spirit of his his good-naturedness, I will tell you guys something about Chuck from his earlier days. It's not a commonly known story. You see, it involves a Chinese restaurant, and at one of the times during he was filming. I can't remember what movie, but it was at the same time that the A-Team was being filmed. You know, this is important because nearby studios, and there was a very narrow gap of an alleyway. I mean, almost shoulder to shoulder on a large man. I mean, I could walk through quite merrily, but I'm somewhat hobbited. Anyway, at the end of this alley was a very good Chinese restaurant, right straight away from one of the sound stages, and every so often Chuck could go get his lunch. Well, he wasn't the only one. You see, Mr. T, played B.A. Baracus, he also favored that Chinese restaurant. And he could go down that same alley, go get his lunch, come back. Well, the problem is one day, Chuck had picked up his Chinese and was headed back to the studio. And Mr. T, well, he was coming the other way to go get his. And they met dead center. And there's not room for these two rather large men to pass without, nearly being intimate. And being that they were both very dominant individuals, neither wanted to give way to the other. It was late. Tempers flared. Chuck Norris threw a mighty and very powerful roundhouse kick. And Mr. T, at that same moment, threw a powerful roundhouse punch. And these two attacks collided in the middle of that alleyway. And the 80s were born. No, Chuck did not die. He simply ascended to take care of some business. I'm sure if we need him, he will return. Perhaps as Chuck Norris the White, but he, that will be. Now, there's some great comments. Chuck Norris did it meet death. Death meets Chuck Norris. I hope it's the cute one that says, "Hello, I'm Death. Lovely to meet you." Chuck Norris's birthday was March 10th. The angels in heaven will grant our childhood hero. 86 when he passed. That's a good long life. That's why I'm not sad. I get that way. I grieve strangely, guys. Donna, we need to see that movie again where Chuck Norris was one of the dangerous retired guys. Was that the Red series? It may have been The Expendables. I know he was in The Expendables. I can't remember if he was in Red. I don't think he was in Red. Both series are great. I think in The Expendables they talk about, I thought there's that whole problem with the Cobra. I said, yeah. A Cobra bit Chuck Norris, and he bit me, and after 6 excruciating hours, it died. But, these things happen. The whole series is much in... karate, I thought it was Taekwondo was his OG stuff, and like the Korean Taekwondo. But he did karate too because he had an epic, and this is a real story. I want to say it was Enter the Dragon, the movie he was in with Bruce Lee. He and Bruce Lee got into a bit of a spat, an argument, and I guess they had in the hotel a hall to room through the kitchen movie style brawl, just going at it. And Bruce won because it was Bruce Lee, but anybody who could even hold their own against Bruce Lee is somebody I'm going to respect. Will anyone be mad if I say I was never a fan of Chuck Norris? Not only would I not be mad, Grant, I'll say I'm genuinely not surprised. That kind of content does not seem to be your preferred method. And Dusty came out from it, don't recall. Nick had baby. And Nick's got the Expendables. It's where all the action heroes showed up to help them. I see a Chuck Norris movie marathon this weekend. And remember, the eyes of a ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's going to see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, because that's where the Rangers are going to be. Yep. Expendables 2 and Walker, Texas Ranger. There was a time where Walker, Texas Ranger absolutely dominated television. And it's funny. He was a leftover of a different time. And a time not without merit. A lot of times people will accuse movies of that period for being non-nuanced. But I think perhaps we need that. I think, especially in this day and age of complexities and cruelties, the escapism of movies where, to borrow from probably my favorite television series ever, which Chuck Norris did not appear in, tragically, would have been funny if you had, Babylon 5, but they were the bad guys, we were the good guys, and they made a very satisfying thump when they hit the ground. And I need that sometimes. I need, even if it is just copium, even if it is just a convenient fantasy, the mental relief of watching content where the heroes are identified, the bad guys are vilified, and by the end, the good guy gets the girl. I know it's formulaic. I know it's cliche. I know as writers and creatives, we have to beware letting tropes dictate and dominate our creations. But I will say this. Sometimes you just, at least I just, need stories where the hero wins. Even if the bad guy's rich or powerful or, a billionaire or whatever. Sometimes you just need a story where the hero wins. I think that's something that we desperately need. Especially we need to provide our children. It's why fantasy in all forms are important. Uh, not to teach the children that dragons exist, but to teach them that they can be slain. And yeah. Oh, you make a good point. And yes, I totally get that. Well, that's because Red and the Expendables, although I would say Red is a good deal smarter, is it's just that it's smarter, and I think it is a salve, and we need that. Uh, I believe, especially for the intelligent and for the observant, reality very often can be horribly limiting. It is it confines us in capabilities due to situations. And in many ways, reality can be a prison. And that prison that holds us, calls upon us to do the first duty of any prisoner, which is to escape. And I think we're trying to. And it seems like very often modern presented films, especially mainstream, in their quest to be authentic or accurate, perhaps, they miss the point of the escapism that we really need sometimes. And Tombstone's a great movie, and Yellowstone's a good show. I've seen some of Yellowstone, and I've seen Tombstone many times. I am, in fact, your Huckleberry. But, and Westerns are one of my favorite genres. Heck, even my favorite anime is actually a space Western, so you can figure that one out. But when we have something impact us, guys, and as you can see, this has impacted me a bit. The hope is that something good can and will come out of it. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think we are on a precipice of a new era. And I think part of for that to arrive, many of the old guard have to move on. I believe that exists in many fields. But it is my hope that continues to that as we finally shift, because a lot of the shifting has been delayed, a more hopeful generation can take over. And will come into significance. I hope everyone is okay. I hope everyone's okay with this. I hope everyone's okay with their day and mundane life. But how wonderful must it be How much good must you have done in the world that so many people will mourn you? Even if it was just as silly as making movies. Just gives us something to think about.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel, but otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Folks, I'm all about you guys arting. I'm all about you creating, about telling your stories. I will be back on the Historical Forensic Guild channel tonight at 8 to tell some more of mine. And get ready for the next chapter. I hope to see you there. Until then, guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I do love you, and you should too. Toodles, folks.